Welcome to Deen. Let me ask you something that might stop you in your tracks. What if the next person Allah places in your path is someone the whole world wants, but their heart is only searching for you? Because Allah guided it there. In today's video, you're not just going to hear a story. You're going to learn how Allah writes meetings, how He prepares hearts through trials, and how to recognize the difference between a distraction from the dunya and a connection with barakah. You'll learn what Islam teaches about timing, intention, halal boundaries, and the subtle signs Allah gives before a life-changing encounter. And by the end, insha'Allah, you'll walk away with clearer insight, a stronger heart, and a dua you can carry with you. So, take a deep breath, be present, and open your heart, because this message may be exactly what you needed today. Chosen ones, there are moments Allah writes for you that arrive like a quiet knock on the heart, soft but impossible to ignore. Before the world sees anything, your soul feels it first. It is not noise, not drama, not a chase. It is a calm certainty that something meaningful is approaching by Allah's permission. Sometimes you can't explain it to people because it's deeper than words. It feels like your life is being rearranged. Certain doors close, certain distractions lose their shine, and you start craving sincerity. That is often how Allah prepares you, not with loud signs, but with a stronger desire to return to Him. And then comes the question, why now? Why, after all the waiting, the heartbreak, the confusion? Because Allah does not bring what is precious into a careless heart. He refines you first, through patience, through lessons, through nights where only He knew what you were carrying. So, when that meeting finally arrives, it isn't random. It is written, it is guided, it is part of a mercy you may not have recognized while you were being tested. Allah is a Latif. He brings things to you in the gentlest, most perfect way, even when you thought you were forgotten. And if your heart is trembling right now, understand this. You are not late. You are being protected. What is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. Keep your intention clean, keep your prayers steady, and trust the one who controls all hearts. In Islam, being chosen is not a crown of pride, it is a path of responsibility. Allah does not choose people because they are flawless. He draws near to those who are willing to return, repent, and surrender. Being chosen often means Allah wants to elevate you through sincerity, not through showing off. The prophets and the righteous were tested more than anyone, and that itself teaches us something. Closeness to Allah is not proven by comfort, but by patience. When your heart keeps turning back to Him after hardship, that is a sign of life inside the soul. Allah loves the servant who falls, repents, and rises again. So, if you've been through storms, don't assume it means you are rejected. Sometimes your trials are the very tools Allah uses to soften you, humble you, and purify your intention. A heart that has tasted struggle often becomes more merciful, more honest, and more aware of its need for Allah. And being chosen also means your decisions carry weight. You begin to care about halal and haram, about barakah, about what pleases Allah, even when nobody is watching. You stop chasing what is popular and start seeking what is pure, because you realize the dunya is temporary, but the akhirah is forever. So, walk gently with this idea. Do not claim chosen with arrogance. Claim it with gratitude and fear of Allah. Ask Allah for steadfastness, for sincerity, for a good end, because the greatest honor is not to be wanted by people, but to be accepted by Allah. The dunya often measures people like products, by what they can offer, how they look, what they own, and how loudly they can be seen. Status becomes a currency, and attention becomes an addiction. People are praised for being desired, even if that desire is shallow and temporary. When the world wants someone, it is rarely for their character. It is for their benefit, connections, comfort, image, or pleasure. And because the dunya is impatient, it does not honor boundaries. It pushes, tempts and normalizes what Allah has forbidden, calling it freedom, while it quietly steals peace. That kind of wanting is loud. It loves the spotlight, the rumors, the chase. It thrives on comparison and competition, making hearts restless and never satisfied. Today it celebrates you, tomorrow it replaces you, because the dunya never stays loyal to anyone. Islam teaches us to see beyond the surface. A person can be admired by millions and still be empty inside. Without taqwa, popularity is not an honor, it can be a test. Without gratitude to Allah, beauty and power become traps that inflate the ego and harden the heart. So, if you feel pressure to chase what everyone else is chasing, pause and remember, the dunya promises a lot, but it cannot keep its promises. What is with Allah is better and everlasting. The one who seeks Allah's pleasure will never be truly poor, even if the world does not applaud them. Now, imagine a different kind of heart, one that isn't searching for applause, but for sincerity, someone who doesn't want your image, your popularity, or your usefulness. They want your truth, your loyalty, your quiet faith, and the part of you that only Allah fully knows. This is the kind of connection that feels like safety, not anxiety. It doesn't push you toward haram or secrecy. It respects your boundaries for the sake of Allah. It doesn't try to possess you. It honors you. Because a heart guided by Allah will never ask you to disobey Him. When someone only wants you in a pure way, it often comes with calm. Not obsession, not manipulation, not constant fear of losing them. Just clarity. They make their intentions known, they value halal, and they understand that love without obedience is not love that brings barakah. Islam reminds us that what is truly beautiful is not what turns heads, but what softens hearts. A person who values your akhirah will encourage your salah, your modesty, your dua, your healing. They will protect your dignity, not trade it for temporary excitement. And if Allah places such a person in your path, treat it as an amana, a trust. Do not ruin a pure thing by rushing into what Allah dislikes. Ask Allah for guidance, keep your intentions clean, and let what is written for you unfold through halal steps so the relationship is blessed from the very beginning. Allah's timing can feel slow to the impatient heart, but it is never late. We see the calendar. Allah sees the entire journey. What you call a delay may actually be protection, because not everything you desire is safe for you at the moment you desire it. Many people ask, why didn't this happen earlier? But if it came earlier, you might not have been ready to honor it. Sometimes your character needed refinement, your faith needed deepening, and your heart needed healing, so that when the blessing arrived, you would not ruin it through fear, ego, or old wounds. In Islam, we learn that Allah is Al-Hakim, the most wise. He does not move your life randomly. He aligns moments with lessons and lessons with growth. If something didn't come when you begged for it, it may be because Allah was teaching you reliance, patience, and contentment with His decree. And when the moment finally arrives, it often makes sense in a way you couldn't see before. You realize you were being shaped through solitude, through disappointment, through unanswered dua that was still recorded as worship. Allah was building your inner strength so you could carry what was written for you. So, do not measure your life by what others have. The risk of the heart is not the same for every person. Your story is being written by the most merciful. Keep making dua, keep improving yourself, and trust that Allah brings the right people at the right time, in the right way, for the right reason. Before a life-changing meeting, Allah often prepares the heart quietly. You may notice certain gatherings no longer satisfy you, and certain conversations begin to feel empty. The things you once chased start to taste bitter, and your soul begins craving something purer, something with barakah. Sometimes Allah removes people from your life, not to punish you, but to cleanse your path. A door closes, a friendship fades, an attachment breaks, and though it hurts, it creates space. Allah does not empty your hands, except to place something better in them. When the time is right, You may also find yourself returning to worship with a different seriousness. Your dua becomes more honest, your tears come easier, and your heart speaks to Allah in the quiet hours. This is not weakness, this is awakening. Allah softens the heart before He gifts it, so it can recognize what is good. Another sign is a new sensitivity to halal and haram. You start caring more about what pleases Allah than what impresses people. You begin guarding your eyes, your tongue, your time, because deep down you feel that something meaningful deserves a cleaner version of you. So, if you're in that season right now where life feels like it's stripping you down, do not panic. It may be preparation. Allah is teaching you clarity, teaching you discernment, teaching you to choose what is pure over what is popular. And when the meeting happens, insha'Allah, you'll recognize it not by hype, but by peace. When Allah places something precious near you, it will be tested, not because Allah wants you to fail, but because Allah wants to reveal what is truly in your heart. The dunya will offer the easy route: attention without commitment, closeness without accountability, feelings without halal, and the believer must decide what they love more, the excitement of the moment or the pleasure of Allah. Many people confuse intensity with destiny. They feel a spark and assume it is a sign, but Islam teaches that guidance is not measured by butterflies. It is measured by obedience. If something pulls you toward secrecy, guilt, and disobedience, that is not a door of mercy, no matter how beautiful it looks. This is where the hype becomes dangerous. The culture celebrates what is loud and rebellious, but barakah is quiet. Barakah is when Allah is pleased. And what begins with haram often brings anxiety, suspicion, and spiritual heaviness, because the heart knows it is standing on shaky ground. So, the test is simple but not easy. Can you slow down for Allah? Can you protect your heart from attachment before commitment? Can you say, if it is real, it will approach me through halal? Even if the nafs wants instant closeness, that patience is not loss, it is honor. And if you choose halal over hype, Allah replaces the stress with peace. You gain self-respect, spiritual clarity, and a heart that is not chained to desire. Because the one who leaves something for Allah, Allah gives them better, sometimes in this life and always in the akhirah. A person who truly values you in an Islamic way will never make you fight your faith. They will not demand a relationship that hides in darkness. They will not pressure you to cross boundaries, then call it love. A sincere person fears Allah regarding you, and that fear becomes protection, not control. You will recognize goodness in how they handle your limits. They respect your modesty, your time, and your family. They speak with clarity, not confusion, with honor, not games. And they understand that if they want you, they should want you through what Allah has made lawful. Pay attention to what happens to your worship when they are in your life. Do you pray with more focus, or do you start delaying salah? Do you feel closer to Allah or more distant? A connection that is blessed will not dim your iman. It will strengthen it. Also notice their character when things are not smooth. Do they become harsh, manipulative, and guilt-inducing? Or do they remain patient, respectful, and principled? Islam does not ask you to ignore red flags. It asks you to use wisdom, to consult people of knowledge, and to protect your heart. And remember, being wanted is not the goal, being honored is. The right person will not just desire you, they will safeguard your dignity, seek halal steps, and aim for a relationship that carries barakah. Because the purest love is the love that helps both souls walk toward Jannah. Before you leave, take a quiet moment and reflect. If Allah is guiding your heart away from distraction and toward what is pure, then this isn't just a video you watched. This is a reminder you were meant to hear. Now I want you to participate in a small action with big meaning. Choose one word that matches today's message, something like barakah, Sabr, Hidayah, Tawakkul, Ikhlas, Halal, Amana, Sakina. And write that word down right now. Keep it with you as a personal reminder and let it become the intention you carry forward. If this video helped you, support it so it can reach more hearts. Please click YouTube's new hype feature and give it your support. Every push helps this reminder travel further by Allah's permission. May Allah grant you clarity, protect your heart from what harms it, and guide you toward what is best for your deen, your dunya, and your akhirah. Ameen.